What's
set,
up, everybody?
go.
Welcome
Hey,
back to
welcome
another
episode of More to the Story.
I'm
your
your boy,
host,
Tahir
Farron
Moore. And this is my
and
favorite
this
Farron
is my
Moore.
co-host, Tahir Moore.
She's so goddamn petty. She would never let me do the intro.
Never. You not finna rub it in my face. How this my show. I don't want to help do the things. It's all yours. I just show up and then take over once you show up.
What's up, everybody?
Are we
I'm Tahir Moore.
live? Are we
This was the
live?
most intense intro I have ever seen.
We haven't seen each other in a couple days.
I
Acts
felt
like
something.
this when he misses me. He
Yeah.
always comes back and chooses
Yeah.
I've been
violence.
gone since Friday. I have not
Something
seen my
in the air.
baby in a couple days.
He
And
did
so
this
is-
last time. He went missing. He just went MIA.
Went missing?
And he just popped back up one day. I was at the studio. And I was like, if you miss me, just say that.
Will I
Don't
miss-
come
will I
here
miss you? Will I
choosing
miss
violence.
you?
We'll lead with that because now violence has been chosen.
Well,
There's no reeling it back in. Hi, Lawrence. Nice to meet you.
Wow.
Y'all niggas got me scared.
Right? Right?
I didn't know. Cause they
Welcome to More to the Story. Lawrence and Johnny.
Because I was so
My
calm before we started.
Oh, yeah.
that
It was so
this,
calm.
this is good for her though, because she is learning how to turn it on.
okay.
Mhm.
You know how we
we-
be chill before the
and
show.
then okay, I
and then
get
we
you. Okay.
call your name on. But she was, and then also she just have a very chill demeanor when she does. Normally she was like, "Hey guys, welcome
Oh,
back
yeah,
to
that's
More
what I
to
thought
the
when I saw the
Story.
Mm.
I'm Farron Moore."
That's what you thought you. That's
That's
what you
what I
thought you
saw.
was walking
That's
into today.
That's what I
Nah.
thought.
Nah.
That's what she thought she was
Fuck
walking
all
into.
that. We in here today.
He
I'm
ruined
turned up.
me. I'm broken now.
I'm trying to stay awake. All right, got a little sleep on a couple winks on the plane. You know what I mean? So we out here. We got some amazing guests in the house, ladies
We
and
do.
gentlemen.
Thank
One of
you.
my oldest friends in LA. Okay, I did a show at her father, who was a pastor, when he opened up a dry bar. For those that
Oh,
don't
was
know.
that when we drove down to
Yes,
San
drove
Diego?
down to San Diego.
I was there too.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
I met
What's
the
a
first
dry
Farron
bar?
I ever
What's
met.
that?
You know what it was? Okay, so let me tell you. My dad, he's an entrepreneur, okay? So let me tell you what it really was. It was a thrift shop by day and a Christian nightclub by night. So they would be in there playing Kirk Franklin and Spades. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it was
So it was like a bar for holy people.
pretty much
Lounge more so than a
lounge,
bar.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, hold
Like
up.
the decor, you know what I
Mocktails.
mean? You
So
would have
no-
James Brown on the wall and maybe
Okay.
the Disciples. Like nothing really matched. It was like a bomb library. You had the hat section,
So was it dancing?
purses. Huh?
That was a stage. And
Yeah,
there were
you
tables.
went there.
Did you call
My
it
dad was a gospel
library,
DJ.
But then said you had a hat section.
Oh, it was right.
She said it was a good.
It was-
a
it
good
was-
way
it
back
was
then.
a
He
little-
also said library,
Yeah.
and that's where she lost me.
No, seriously,
That was a
he
reading
had it
section. That
all.
was a read- that was
Yeah,
reading.
yeah, he had it all.
Mhm.
So it was. I'm talking about dancing. Not
Yeah,
just-
you electric
like-
slide.
No,
you know what I
I'm
mean?
talking
Uh-uh.
about
I
dancing.
was down
Nobody
low
was like
twerking.
twerking. No,
Okay.
twerking
I
wasn't really even
was.
out
They
back
put me
then. That's
out.
how
If you
long
twerk,
ago.
They came and put the little cloth over you. They came and put the
Honestly,
little.
this was more to lean with a rock with an air. Like
Yeah.
that's how long ago. There was no twerking
They
like
mask
that.
your twerking as shouting, like,
Yeah.
oh,
That
she got
part.
the Holy
Oh,
Ghost.
she's
That
she,
part.
she's in it right now.
But if
She's
titties
dancing.
is
You got
shaking,
the
they
Holy Ghost.
shake it. Okay,
Yeah.
Holy Ghost or not.
You can't stop. You
If
can't
that
stop
thing
no
is
titties.
clapping, it's
A
clapping.
good pair of titties gonna shake.
Listen,
regardless.
I'll be
Sports bra, it
watching.
don't matter. Yeah, it's gonna shake. Ladies and gentlemen, we got John A. Thompson
sorry.
in the building.
Hi, everybody.
And to my immediate left, we got a friend that I just met during the quarantine.
Yeah.
This brother is not only an amazing comedic
Mm.
writer and comedian
Talk
and
to me.
performer,
Ooh.
he's also entrepreneur. He has a candle line.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay,
He has a
candles.
non-for-profit for kids getting them sneakers,
Yes.
going back to school. He also is an avid sneaker collector himself.
on.
Him and I have had a sneaker battle on War where he came out victorious. He is from the beautiful city of Philly.
Talk to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the show,
I'm
Mr.
here.
Lawrence Killer Brew.
What's up? I'm happy. Thank y'all so much for having me. I appreciate this. Tahir is a very good friend of mine, and anytime he reaches out or whatever, I would love to be here. And I'm here. I
He's here.
finally get to meet his wonderful wife.
Hi.
I've heard so many things from him and from
Various
just
avenues,
heard things.
automatic, yeah,
I've ever
yeah.
heard of you.
Like,
Not like I
did
heard.
you hear good things?
Always good.
Mainly good.
Always good.
Always good.
70%
Am I
good.
living up to it?
so far so much. I didn't expect that
Okay.
the loud and like I didn't
you should
expect
definitely
that.
expect that.
She was very like calm and
Over
cool.
the phone, yeah, it's always like that. That's how
Yeah,
she
it was
reels
calm
in.
and cool, and then when it was like, oh shit, like it
I
was a
met
lot.
her very calm and cool
There you
in
go.
college. And the
Hide
first
your
time we hung out,
flaws until
uh,
after the
You know
wedding.
this
Yeah.
since college?
I've known, yeah, we
That's
met in
wisdom.
2005 in college. She was very calm, cool, collected, went to the movies, and after 2 weeks, I saw the real her. Not only did she drop the real her on
In
me, she
2
was also
weeks?
like, I'm also 2 months pregnant. What you gonna do?
Oh.
And I was like, fuck, this she motherfucker already got me to like her. So now I gotta stay.
I didn't even know you had kids,
That's
man.
love.
17, man. She's
That's
17 years
love.
old.
Sheesh.
Graduated. She's out of
Sir.
school. You know what I mean? And she got me to stick
That's a
around,
wonderful
and
thing,
you
bro.
know, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't even know that. I didn't know you had kids.
Got
I'm
us
Mhm.
hooked
You learn
after
something.
2 weeks.
I hadn't even smashed yet.
Wow.
I hadn't even
Wow.
smashed yet. I
What was
was-
it? It was her heart.
It was. I was very against marriage. I was like, that shit dumb.
Hold on, what?
I was
You
very
didn't
against.
smash it?
I hadn't
He
even
didn't.
smashed
He
yet.
hadn't smashed yet.
She was
No.
pregnant by
That's
somebody
love.
else.
Oh, okay.
That's how we
nigga, I
talked for
was
2
lost.
weeks. She let me know she was 2 months pregnant.
Oh, and you
He
stayed
didn't
around.
follow.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, she
She
must
was the
have.
first person that I had ever thought
They don't.
about
That's a real
that I
vibe
ever
right
consider
there.
even being with forever. Not even marriage, just like being with forever because she was so funny and so
That's
cool.
a
my
dope
heart do
ass
something.
vibe.
My heart said
Yeah.
it opened a little bit.
Hey,
Yeah, you
this
better-
nigga right here.
And a little water got
That's
in my
how
eye.
you know
Whoa.
he missed me.
My
Because
period
when
finna
he
start.
don't miss me and he over it, like I never come up in conversation.
So I ain't gonna
but
lie
he
to you.
he
That-
talks about how
that's-
much he loved me when he
That was
missed
so
me.
special.
Mhm.
Leave again and come back and talk about me some more.
You might get some dick.
If I play my cards right.
So you met her. Yeah, I'd have left. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, all right, well, I told you after you dropped that baby. I can't.
It was a lot on the plate. I mean, I was there
was.
when the baby was born.
Yeah.
Everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
well,
really
hey,
on
man,
top of
I'll
this
give
one.
you
No.
a pat on the back,
Hey,
bro.
man, I'm taking out of the
Yes.
country this year. This
We
is going to
need-
be our first time out of the country.
We need more black men like you.
Yeah,
Jesse.
man.
I-
He's like, we need more of you because
Yeah,
I
I
am
ain't-
not one of
I'm
you.
not
He's
that
in
one.
balance the scales. He's in balance, but that's important too. We need people to balance the scales.
Do you have
Exactly.
kids, Lauren?
No, I don't have it because I have a stepdaughter though.
Oh, really? How old?
Yeah, she's 8.
8. Ooh,
Mhm.
okay.
She's 8.
I just
So-
met
That's-
that beautiful young princess in
Yes,
there
she
eating that
Really?
McDonald's. Stop feeding her that trash, man. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
well-
I'll eat that trash.
I wasn't going. That was the only thing to eat around here
That is true though.
because
It
we've
ain't
been on a
much.
plane for 5 hours and
Mhm.
we've been up since 4:00 in the morning. So
If you had let me know, we would have just ordered your food here.
no,
we
I
could have
didn't
had
know
waiting
that.
for you.
Well, y'all
Yeah,
can
we
still
would've
do
took
it.
It's
care-
LA,
y'all
you
can
know
still
what I
do it.
mean?
We take care of our people.
These are the
man.
Moors.
Hey.
Anything you want.
Well, not anything.
They got it.
Not anything. Don't say anything on camera.
Anything. Hair
I mean,
Ron.
Whoa, not on camera. Again, we can do it, but
Hair
just don't say
Ron.
that on
Oh.
camera.
So
She-
I have a question.
She
Yes.
summoned her pastor daddy with that one.
Hair
though.
roll.
Hair roll.
Hair roll.
So what is this about? Because y'all didn't give me no information.
No.
What is the podcast about?
Okay, well,
I appreciate you asking that.
I do because I like it's dope. Y'all, I see y'all getting money, so like, so it must be something important. Like y'all got like the stripper lights. Y'all got a sign in the
Mhm.
back.
It's
so
a
y'all,
stripper light?
it's
I
just
mean, like
dance
the
lights, it's
red
entertainment
glow.
light. It
Like,
doesn't have
it's
to,
the-
don't
it's
limit it
the-
to stripper.
It's the red glow, and then y'all got like a sign and like legitimate
It's a
sign.
nice
It's
sign,
not
y'all.
like
It's nice.
you know what I mean. Most people just have like a piece of paper and they write their podcast name. Like that's an actual sign, like
What
a
do you
cutout.
take us for?
It
You know what I'm saying? So I just
is,
want to know what this
it
is about because this is dope. I like
Well,
this.
you want to take that one back?
Yes, actually, we just sit here and we just have fun conversation with our friends.
There
It's
you
not a
go.
topic.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we just-
sometimes they're themes. Sometimes
Yeah,
we talk about
sometimes.
certain things in particular, but
Especially
sometimes
when
we just
things are burning our biscuits,
Ooh.
but grinding
Ooh.
our gears.
Burning our biscuits.
Mhm.
So how long have y'all been married?
At least
10 years.
47 years.
It was 10 years in March.
10.
March
That
17th
is-
made
that
10
is-
years.
I hope to get to that point.
Well, you know what? It takes a lot, but
No, it don't.
it does take a lot. It takes a lot.
No,
And
it
then
don't.
I heard you say on a
it
number of
does.
occasions that she's your best friend.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Aw.
Cause I like, isn't that really your best friend? Cause I think I've always had this thing about. No, I'll tell you what I mean. I've always had a view when women say they want to be a man's best friend. Cause if you're someone's best friend, that includes absolutely no judgment.
hmm
That means that it's if I'm walking down the street and I see a chick with a fat ass, I say, yo, she got a fat ass. You can't get upset. Like you gotta be like, yeah, you right. That's a fat ass.
Yes.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's what I'm looking at
Yes.
when I say be my best friend. Like to the point where I'm telling you everything, you're telling me everything.
Yes.
And it's absolutely not a judgment coming in between that.
Absolutely.
And that's what I want.
Yeah, absolutely.
We actually
Get on
thanks
bitches
for-
together.
No, not just that. Yes, but not just that. Thanks for bringing it up because we actually will like go to each other and it's like, yo, I need my nigga right now. Like I need my homie right now.
Yeah.
This XYZ happened, like, or this is what I'm thinking, this how I feel, whatever. And it's like, as your friend, like, this is, I see why you feel this way. This is what I think, whatever. And then it's like, whew, thanks. So let's like cuddle, because now I need my husband. And like, so what do you think from a husband point of view?
And it might be two different things, or it might be the exact same thing. We've had conversations
Yeah.
like that, because I'm pretty sure you know our dynamic. You know, we're in the lifestyle and stuff like that. And Farron,
No, I don't. What the fuck are you talking about?
oh, wait, Farron and I are poly. We've been
I
together
just
for-
assume everybody knows.
I thought he knew because I thought he heard us talking about it. But we've had conversations like literally last week.
Wow.
I was telling
You're
her.
not just gonna skip over that. What are you talking about? Like you said it so
Because-
casually, like, nigga, hold on. I didn't know this. What the fuck? What?
we came
Did you
out-
know this, Mr. Man? Did you know this?
Well, he's
shit?
here every week with us. He feels it. He
He's
knows
about to say,
it.
yeah.
Oh shit!
He
I
has
didn't
the
know
inside
that.
track
Yeah.
on our information.
Did you know this?
I watched the podcast.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But no,
I didn't-
even with that was something that initially we weren't embracing the poly lifestyle. We were just dating separately. We were open in our marriage for a
Yeah.
couple years before we decided to be poly, and that's part of the best friend thing. It was like we were doing our thing separately, disclosed quietly, and we didn't ever talk about it. And we're the type like we like to talk about dope, crazy experiences, and so like we got
And
this
we
whole
just like talking to each other.
yeah, so we
Yeah.
got this whole chunk of our life that we can't talk about with each other, and that just felt like a disconnect for us. So
That's
when we
dope. Makes
decided to
sense.
go poly, and we did it first before we came out to the world about it.
Mhm.
But we discussed like all the stuff that we like, and it was a crazy conversation that happened one night when we were drinking and just wilding out, and we had such an amazing sharing and transparent session of talking about everything from likes, dislikes, porn preferences, and this is we're at this point we might be 8 years in the marriage, but this
And
is stuff
certain
we had
things we
never
hadn't talked about.
never
Yeah.
discussed. And it was from that conversation that it really like just lit a fire on us, like, under us, and be like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. And it's still a learning process, like with sharing, oversharing, things we want to hear, things we don't want to hear. But it's also gets easier to have those uncomfortable conversations about what you don't want to hear and what you don't like. And so when I say my best friend, I'm like, yeah, all of everything you said, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of that.
All of it.
That was literally last week when I was gonna say, I was like,
All of it.
I was like, yo, this chick had reached out and she was like, she just sent the kid in the other room. She was like, nigga, you stupid. She was like,
I had to go into friend mode.
she went into nigga mode. She was like,
Yeah.
Let me put my fitted on.
She's like, don't text these bitches. Don't reply to these bitches. These bitches need to hit you up if they in your town and nothing more. It's like, she's like, you can't be no. And then somebody from the past, like,
27 girlfriends
off.
just sprinkled across the country.
she was
And
like,
I'm
these bitches don't get access to you on a daily basis.
That's
true.
They
That's
get,
fair.
hey, I'm in your town. What's
That's
up?
real.
But like, this was just somebody that was like, just speaking. They was like speaking. She was like, why are you saying hi back to this bitch? I was like, because it's polite to say, is she in town? No. You trying to fuck? No. All right, then why you talking to the bitch?
You know,
you
it's-
are a real
you know
nigga.
that's fun. You know, see now that you said it that way, because I've had this situation with my lady, where, like the way you just said it, that is you in town, you're not, whatever, boom. Because I've had it to where people that I know reach out to me, they say hi, and I say hi back. It is
Right.
not nothing that I want to do, but
Just polite.
but my lady was like, nigga, why are you speaking to these bitches? Like you don't give them that. And I didn't understand what she was. I was just being, because as a comedian, sometimes we feel like we have an obligation to our fans and people that we talk to, not to be rude.
Keep that relationship good.
Exact-
So when I come to
exactly.
town, you come to the show, you bring your homegirl.
That's how I was looking at
Right.
it. I was looking at it like I'm just being cordial, so just in case wherever I'm at or wherever they're at, we have a rapport to when they come see me. It's like, okay, I want to go see him. He wasn't ignorant when I was speaking to him. But
Yeah.
the way y'all put it, I get it now. It's
Yeah.
like, nigga, don't give these bitches a leeway or a
If you-
because
interest.
speaking from a woman's point of view, and I have to tell him that it's like, this is not coming from your wife. This is coming from a woman. And this reads differently to women.
Uh-huh.
And so it's that. It was like, you don't even realize that just that high back, that was her shooting her shot. You just let her know that door is open. And now what?
But all right, let
because
me
it's
ask you
going
this.
to keep going.
I get you right. I do, because my point was this: you have to trust me enough to know I'm not going to let it go that far. That's where I was with it at. I was
Yes.
like, listen, I don't want to, like, I'm not messing up what I got. I
Yeah.
got something
Yeah.
great. So I'm like, trust me enough to know at the end of the day, I'll pick up when you know what, this is moving to a place
Mhm.
where I don't need to be, and that I can did it. But let
Yeah.
me trust me enough to control that part of it.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I was feeling like. Look, I know when someone's trying to get some dick. You know what I'm saying? I know, and I know where I know where to go with it to where I'm keeping it to a point where I just want you to support me rather than okay, I'm trying to get something.
See, I'm
Right.
naive. I basically, I don't be knowing. She be talking to me, so I still hang it to the right and curved a little
You
bit.
know
And
what?
and I'm like, oh, she's talking about dick, man. She's asked questions like this for the last 10 minutes, and I just didn't pick up on it. She knows this about me, and so this is her protecting me before it gets to that point because she knows I'm very
Because
naive.
I
like
told him before we even went open, I was like, you are a good guy. I was like, so you're going to give what just comes naturally for you, and that's going to
Confuse.
read and confuse, and it happened every fucking time.
And it was just
And
me.
I was like, I told you.
It was just me doing what I normally do. Opening
Yeah.
doors.
Stop.
Ordering for you. I was like, this is just what I do.
Don't be opening no
And
doors.
in my mind, I'm like, this is what you do so you don't be a fuck nigga. And she came and she's like, but you doing that to somebody you have no interest with building something with other than fucking.
So that makes you a fuck nigga.
Because you're presenting yourself as one way, but you have intentions for something else. It's like, if you have intentions for one thing, move that way. And if the person chooses to still fuck with you, they know exactly who you are. But when you mask it and like, oh, I'm this good guy and stuff like that, and you still are. But even a good guy can be honest and be transparent about what they want. When you start doing all the text and bag and all that type of shit, then you can mislead them into thinking that it's gonna be something more than it was like. I don't want to talk about
And
that.
it's been cases. It's been situations where they like literally would not move on or date somebody else because of their ties to him. And I was like, it should never be that way.
That's
They
just-
should
that's
never
just
be
the
that
pimping in your
attached.
that's just the pimping in your boy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's
What's
like-
up, John? What's up, John? Let's talk about
But
John.
yeah, no, he's so stupid. I was gonna get on John Day. I was like, because we talking about all this, and she
Yeah, I'm
celebrating her 10-year
my
sex
10
anniversary.
Yeah, pew, 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 pew. I've been
What's
fucking
the-
for a decade. And
She was a late start.
Oh.
Yes.
caught up though. It's not about how you start, ladies and gentlemen. It's about how you finish. Like, you know those, you ever
So
seen
when
them relay
did,
races?
when did you start?
Huh?
10 years
10
ago. Was
years
you
ago.
I mean,
listening?
I
I
understand.
was 26 years old. It was a
26.
Monday, all right? So boom.
Fuck with it.
so much. I hate her
fuck with
so
it.
much.
So yeah, no, really, it was like I had been waiting. I always had like a little goal. The first goal was to make it to the age of 16. I know that
Okay.
sounds wild, but like I legit grew up around like people were active at a young age. I'm talking elementary school and beyond.
So you was purposely waiting.
I was purposely waiting. And for
Okay.
me, I don't know, it was like, I know it sounds goofy, but I was like, I want to have a sweet 16 and I really want to be sweet, so I'm going to wait.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't even have the sweet 16, side note. And then it
Oh,
was like, well, since I
shit.
made it to 16, let me make it to 18. I'll be an adult.
Who was you trying to prove something?
You know
I
what's
don't know.
crazy?
yourself?
You
I
know,
think,
I had the same train
It was,
of
I
thought
do know what it was.
when it comes to drinking because I don't drink.
And you, I think
So
too,
I was the same way. I was like, you know what? I made it this far. Why should I start? And then I got
Yes.
to be 21. I was like, well, I'm already.
that's how it
why-
was, right?
And I
you
just kept going.
right?
Yeah.
But it was always like not just that, but like I had been exposed to a lot. So like a lot of teenage pregnancy and all of that. So it was a little bit scary for me. At 18, my first job was working for Planned Parenthood. So legit, the
saw-
information
Wow.
just
18
the way it was,
working at Planned.
yeah.
How the fuck did you get that job? Like,
Well,
why
I
was
was
you
doing.
interested
I
in
was.
that?
No, it was an entertainment.
It's
It was
fair.
It was like high school. You remember those high school plays when they
Okay.
would present the information? It was like Glee, but we're talking about STDs and
Like,
shit.
Okay.
You
Were
know?
you
Shit,
singing about
Yeah,
STDs?
singing and dancing
You had
about.
Do you remember
the song.
any song?
Please.
Yeah, I remember a few of them.
Can you
We
sing
did a
it?
parody of Grease. We did a
Uh-huh.
parody. We did like this Motown thing. I do remember.
Give it to
Stop.
us.
So I was okay. So stop in the name of truth before you get pregnant. Think it oh, shouldn't you be good to you? And then, baby, I think it's time for you to go to the gyno. She'll tell you how to not get pregnant, and she'll give
Is this
you
legal?
lots of options. So next time before you
Yo.
take this road,
Mhm.
Do y'all hear what she's singing about?
risking your future.
I love the run. I love
You know what I mean?
Future. I love
It
the
was,
run.
we had, I'll
This
be
nigga
there.
Is this legal?
I'll be there. It was about contraceptives and
You just did a parody
I'll
to
be there.
abortion.
yeah, it was
Or
Planned Parenthood.
prevention.
Prevention.
Prevention. See, that's what we don't focus enough on in this country. Health
Prevention.
prevention. They always want to
Prevention.
fix something once it's happened. Diabetes once you have. That's pre-diabetic medicine.
Preach.
You go
now.
get your numbers done. You be like, oh, your sugar's kind of high. Get on this pre-diabetic medicine. Okay. Metformin is one of them. Okay.
Mhm.
Get on that. Bring it
How you
down.
pronounce it?
Prevention. What is it called? Metformin. Metformin is one of them.
That sounds
Huh?
like mine went to school with Matt Foreman.
Yeah.
Yo, she just had a song about.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
hilarious. It
Yes.
was great.
And y'all, but it's not the
but-
only one. Like she.
No,
this
it was
is
a
a
they
whole-
got
we had a whole
It's a whole-
catalog.
So y'all
It was
was
a whole-
singing this at the job?
We was going
Like,
to different
Go to
schools.
schools. They was
Schools.
singing it at schools.
Oh.
Two children.
Getting that bread, too.
I
you
thought
know
she
what I
was
mean?
like
Getting
as,
that bread.
as motherfuckers was coming
It
in.
was
y'all
great.
was like, ooh,
What
like, you know
was
what I'm
All
saying?
original
what
content.
was
That's
the
what she
interview
meant.
process for this job?
Well, fun fact, I almost didn't get hired because of the interview process because I was still on the fence about how I felt about abortion.
But can I ask you
Really?
a question? Like, you, like
So I had to
regular
be-
jobs wasn't available, like Foot
No, I
Locker,
really,
McDonald's.
I wanted
Like-
to. I was really enticed by like just this idea of like we're gonna create our own content. Like it was like a theater program.
Mhm.
At 18?
But yeah, I've always been a little like want to help people person. Like I was a
Mhm.
person like, oh, I'll be the peer educator. I'll be the peer counselor. Like I always
you
wanted to
couldn't like do
help
book it
people. Shit
or
was
like
weird.
the DARE program.
Shit
I
was
did do the
weird.
DARE speech. I did the DARE speech. Now I do all the drugs. But you know what I'm saying? It's just,
Come on now.
you know,
Come on, let's
it's
go.
all about how you know,
Balance,
you know,
baby.
I
yeah,
get
all
it.
that.
I get it. This is
You know?
this is interesting. I've never met
Yeah.
somebody who did a parody of.
Oh man, there's
Yeah,
yeah.
this
We'll
is-
get
Hey,
together.
man.
Yo.
Yeah, there's more. But
That's great.
So,
yeah.
hold- but another question. So
Yeah.
at 26, when you
Mhm.
finally got some dick,
Yeah, finally.
We're assuming it's dick. Was it penis?
It was dick.
Okay.
Okay.
okay, was it
100%.
was it
G-
worth the
non-G.
wait? Like, would you wait again before it again? Like,
I was,
would
it
you-
was no for real. It was a black king. I was like, oh gosh.
for the first
It was
time?
great.
He knocked you out the
Yeah,
park on the first time?
Mandingo, yeah. God was
You went to the
I,
you went to the fences for
yeah,
the first
I didn't know it
time.
was gonna be like that.
Eyes have
The
never been opened that
ancestors
wide.
was like that.
So-
It just got in my spirit. It was weird. It was like, what? Okay, I'll call him.
So let me ask you: do you feel like it was
They weren't even
because it was your
planned.
first time, or was it because it was
No,
him?
it's still big to this day.
Oh, so you still
Yeah.
okay?
The
You
one
know
that got
what I'm
away.
saying?
No. The
never
one
got
that
away. Never
The
got
what?
away.
I like
Yeah.
bars.
Yeah.
I heard that.
I like
You
that.
know?
That's what's up.
That's a listen.
Kismet.
Okay.
That's
You know
his
what I
name?
mean?
So has
Oh.
that been the
No,
only
it's not.
one
But that's what
Fair.
it was. Yeah, it was like one of those
Has
things. Where it
that
was like,
been
oh,
the-
if you're gonna wait,
been
like it
the
was like
only
you
one?
deserve.
for
No.
the 10 years? Okay.
I'm
I'm
So
like,
has
wait a
that-
minute
Wow,
now.
yeah,
We
that's
gonna
all
treat
right.
ourselves.
No.
We gonna treat
That's
ourselves.
crazy. That's
Okay.
wild. That's wild.
So
Let's
has
say you
anybody?
People be
better
asking like, would you be
friends if
celibate
that's
again?
it.
Why would I do? I put in my time. Why would I ever do that again? I know what it's like. I know it's
She
like.
served
Why
her
would I?
sentence.
No, I would
Yes.
never do that again.
So obviously you like it.
Love it.
Has
I love
anybody,
it.
has anybody ever topped him?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so you knocked it out.
Do
the
you think?
park.
Do you think it
Well,
was?
that's cool.
Was
You
it
still
have,
for
like,
the
a very-
first? You think that was from the first experience, or you think it was because
No,
it's
still
him?
to this day, like we've gone years
Mhm.
without. You know, we both like. You know, I've been in whole ass engagements and things since then.
So he,
we
like,
obviously weren't.
Emergency dick in
Like,
the glass.
it's just be like, hey,
Emergency
you know what I'm
dick in the
saying? If it's
glass.
like,
Mhm.
Crack it open.
if we, you know,
I
Pull
get
it
you.
out.
decide to,
Shove it
you
up there.
know,
That'd be
hey, I'm in,
hilarious.
I'm in town. You know, that's
Pull
when
out
you
the
respond
dildo,
back to I'm in town
shove it up.
text. So
Hmm.
that's usually, and it's nice because it's not local, so I can't be digmatized. It's
Yeah.
like I got so much, you know, but it's like, hey, I'm home for Thanksgiving. I'm ready for some stuffing.
No, the Walmart it's like an emergency case. with, like,
Yeah,
a dildo
seriously.
In there.
Uh-huh.
And then like the little hammer is actually like lube.
Lube.
Let me
Yeah,
tell y'all
like lube on the
something.
chain.
It's so good that to the point where like if I know I'm about to go home, I'll for real, like preserve the pussy. Like I'm
Right,
like,
yes.
I'm like, no, I'll,
She be
I'll be like,
edging.
I'll wait 3. Like I would really fuck once a month. I'll fuck 12 times a year. And that's enough for me. Like that's enough. You know, because that's how good it is. I'll be like,
That's
all
great,
right.
man.
Yeah.
Well,
Does he
Hats
know
off.
that
I
we
don't know.
feel
I would
this
never
way?
tell.
Oh,
No,
okay.
why would I ever tell a nigga that?
you
Why
know
would I
why
ever
this?
give
If
somebody
you
that type
post
of
any promo from this, that nigga be like,
He just
"What-
told
what-
you."
what-
He's not gonna.
right here.
He's probably not. I don't think he supports my art. That's just how I like it.
Probably an older nigga too. You know,
was about to
older
say-
nigga. I ain't even look at them shit on
He
the computer phone.
youth
Goddamn
minister
computer
at a daddy church, y'all.
The nigga that. The nigga that helped park the cars, he'll never hit the service, but he be parking the car. Hey, back that van up, back that van up. I need all the vans spoke over
We
here
out there
because they too
sleeping
heavy. They'll
in the
fuck up the
car and
grass.
says security. Oh my goodness.
And this is why we don't ever really have a topic. We just
Because
kinda
the
go
shit
with
goes
it.
off
Yeah,
the
it
rails,
goes
so I
down.
gave up on topics
Very,
a long
very
time
easy.
ago.
Very easy. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot for it to go off the rails.
So you from LA?
I'm from San Diego,
You
so
know.
Cali,
Yeah.
Cali girl.
Okay, I got you. That's
Yeah.
what's up. And Farrah, you're not from LA, are you?
I went home to get my baby.
Oh, she from St. Louis too?
Yeah,
That's
what's
smart.
up.
from the area.
Yeah, I went home to get my baby. The
From
chicks
the-
out here, I was dating in Frolic and Win. It was. They had no decision making skills.
How
They're
long
very-
you been
What
out
do you
here?
mean?
They were very finicky. Like they never could commit to anything. Like I
That's
hit a
why
chick
I
up.
piss you off and I don't know what I want to eat.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
I'm traumatized. I
LA
hit a
hoes
chick
messed
up.
it
Like,
up
hey, what's
for
up?
me.
PTSD.
You want to
LA
go grab?
hoes
You want to
messed
go?
it up for me.
Hold, bro. To
Yeah.
this day,
Mhm.
me and my lady, when I tell you full-fledged arguments about food
Yeah.
and not knowing what the fuck she wants to
Mhm.
eat, I
Mm.
made it real simple. I said, I'll do all the cooking. Just tell me what you want.
Mm.
And every fucking day,
Yeah.
she never fucking
It is an
knows.
inability that they have genetically to
Yeah,
make that
it's
decision.
hard.
But
It's
she-
tough.
Women make a lot of
How-
decisions.
What I
It's
don't
tough.
understand is how do you love to eat?
Here's the thing.
Like,
I can understand
you
because
know-
I have been hungry, didn't know what I wanted to eat, but knew what I didn't want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. They just live in that.
Mhm.
Sometimes I have those moments, but they live in it. That's where they reside. They get their
No,
mail there.
also,
It's their permanent mailing address. Taxes are filed from that address. This is where they
just
live.
I have
stop.
some
There
berries,
were- those
too.
extra words were not even
Okay, you're right,
necessary.
my
You
bad. I
could
went
have
too far.
stopped.
I went too far.
But there's this whole thing now where it's shining light on women's indecisiveness when it comes to their meals because we want the most random combination of things. Like
Mm.
you know how I'm like my favorite meal is like a whole bunch of just leftovers, a little bit of this, a
Mhm.
little bit of this. I don't need a whole lot of any one thing.
Mhm.
So if you can figure out how to
Buffet?
give me no buffets are gross.
No.
I want short order cook type of
Toppers.
situation.
But tapas
Like,
style,
give
there's
me
not a lot of
toppers
it.
so
it's
Tapas
not a
style,
lot.
Yeah.
It's not a
So
lot.
that's what we
Like,
need. We need a restaurant.
Give me a stuffed grape leaf and
I
then
got
a
you.
buffalo
Like-
wing,
I
a
got you.
little
We need a
spaghetti.
jack in a box, but
Yeah.
with multiple cultural foods. So
Mm-hmm.
you need something with Mediterranean.
I
You need
wanna-
something African. You need some Thai food. You need some
Falafel
American
here,
and some
some-
Thai and
yeah.
Japanese
Mhm.
fusion. Right? If there's a place that served a bento box with ribs, one fried wing,
Mm-hmm.
some pad thai,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and
Now I'm seeing why
two
y'all work.
California rolls.
Preach.
Two California rolls. That box right there, that $17 box,
He
would
got the
go
price.
crazy out here. You understand me? Because you get a
I-
little bit of everything.
I would buy two of them, one for now, one for later.
I
Wow.
guarantee it's so much fucking,
Yes.
and you can do it yourself. Have a little cart, and you go to Ralph's. You get your sushi from Ralph's. You get the fried chicken
can
from
do it
Ralph's.
yourself.
You get a little heat lamp. You keep all the hot
Right.
food underneath that heat, and you just build the bento box for them. You charge $25 for the bento box. I guarantee you are cleaning up because this is what women want. They like
Yes.
options.
We do.
Okay,
So girl dinner is
Yeah.
what I was getting at.
I'm naming a
because
restaurant
that's
there. Girl
what-
dinner.
If
Girl
you
dinner?
if you search that right now, it's a
You know
whole
what I
thing.
think it is?
Yeah.
Well, at least for me, all right. I be having to listen to my body. So like sometimes it's like, no, I need more fiber. Sometimes it's like, no, I need more iron.
Mm.
Sometimes, you know, but not just that.
I don't
What
even
You
know-
one of those responsible. I ain't have
Like,
sex
I
till I
don't
was
even know what
26
food-
ass
I don't
bitches.
even know what
I ain't
foods
thinking
got
about
iron
that.
in it.
See, that's
Like,
it.
Me either. I don't think about that.
I've been like this
Dude,
since I was a
Chick-fil-A
kid.
said
I don't know
like
what it
for-
is. I've been a little old.
How I'm
that sound-
feeling?
I don't know, but
Is it
literally, I
fiber
listen.
in Chick-fil-A?
It is just like, let's say maybe you
'Cause
ain't had a
Nah,
movement.
I guess It's
You know what
oatmeal.
I'm
That's
saying?
more of a.
That's more fiber.
Yeah, get
Oh,
more fiber.
okay.
With
Get you
Hey,
some
hey,
leafy greens, you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Things like that. You need a little more iron.
you
You might
one
need a
of
little
them
red meat.
responsible.
Red
See,
meat.
I
yeah,
just
get
said.
things.
I ain't got time to
Oh,
follow
You know what I
all
mean?
that.
Feeling a little
responsible.
foggy, you might need some little fish oils, things like that. You just gotta listen to
Hey
your
man, I gotta
No.
talk to somebody and get girl box going because
girl dinner.
Girl
dinner. That'd be
I
popping.
think, and it
So
feels like
girl
you've thought
dinner
about it
is
before.
basically like
A bunch of random shit.
smorgasbord
A
of random
smorgasbord.
shit.
Yes, it's my absolute.
What
favorite
about like
thing.
Grand Central Market or something like that, where it's like they do have all of these choices?
See,
No,
you gotta go
but
to
you
all
have
of those
to
different
go-
things.
You
have to
don't
go to
wanna
all of
do
those
that?
And you have to buy like a whole meal or
Yeah.
whatever from. It's too much food.
Yeah,
Like
we
you can give
talking-
me a fourth of a burger.
1 or 2
Mm.
pieces of everything. So
Like
like
two
instead of a
bites-
burger,
like
a
two
slider.
bites of a burger.
Like a
I don't know
slider.
if that's
Instead of
That's
a burger, just to give her a slider,
like
right? But with that slider, she needs fries that are like Five Guys fries.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
And then she wants blue cheese from Wingstop. All right, because they got fire blue
Mhm.
cheese, right?
Is this an actual order?
Big
Nigga,
facts.
you do not
Like,
understand
this is
how
an
we-
actual order?
how we order food at this house. Like we will order something like I love Five Guys ranch, so I'll get my wings
No,
from Five Guys. I mean not Five Guys,
Wingstop.
Wingstop's ranch. So I get my
Okay.
wings or my boneless wings from Wingstop, but I want my
I'll-
fries from Jack in the Box because the curly fries are unmatched at Jack in the Box or Arby's, but there's no close Arby's, so I had to go Jack in the Box.
Wait,
Jack
did
in
you?
the Box
Are
right
you
around the corner.
salivating? You just what
You
the
heard it, I
what's
heard
going
it.
on?
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
I've been on a plane all morning. Okay, I didn't get no sleep last night. Went to the club. We did karaoke in a strip bar. It was
Wow.
intense.
Oh my God.
But so you have to. But this is the stuff that they would want. This is what they would want.
Yes.
I'm
A little
I just can't
hodgepodge.
understand it. Me and her,
Yeah.
we have this ongoing argument about this food thing, and it's like I'm trying to meet her. I thought I was meeting her in the middle by saying, you know what, she doesn't like to cook, and I like to cook. So I
Okay.
said, you know what, boom, you ain't got to worry about it. I'll cook every single fucking meal in this household.
Mhm.
All I need you to do is let me know what it is.
This is what you do.
want.
This is what you do.
That's
I got,
all
I
I'm
got, I got
saying.
a suggestion.
All
I
I'm
got-
saying is when you
That's
get
a
off
deal.
work, you say, hey, Lawrence, I want salmon and rice and broccoli. Thursday, I want chicken,
We're not
macaroni
gonna
and
know.
cheese and just
the-
tell
we don't
me
know
Listen,
to the
listen,
day
so
no.
of.
it is.
Tell her to just
How you gonna
send
know
you
what
a
you gonna wanna
bunch
eat?
of like recipes and shit and be like, look, this is stuff that you have already told me you want to eat. You don't get no control over when I hand it to you.
Listen.
And then you just take it and you just cook it.
Sounds
Because
like
it's
prison.
already stuff she's agreed to.
But here's the thing, though. If
No.
he does
I don't
that,
agree.
then it's him picking for her, right?
No,
and she's
it's
Hold on,
not.
hear me out.
She's not
She-
for
she
you.
has
Let me
to meet him halfway.
This is the thing. What I'm talking about. Let me finish. Let me
Don't
finish.
do that.
Let me finish.
I'll flip this whole. Look, I'll break that mic.
If he does that, then it's like, I don't want that. You trying to pick for me, right? Even though she submitted this. This is what you do. You get a little pinwheel. All right? You take the stuff that she says she wants, paste it to the different triangles of the pinwheel. You say, hey, you know
Why
what
you
you want?
gotta be
Spin-
ridiculous?
No, because then we leave it
This
at
is
the
actually
chance.
a good idea.
You're
Leave it
leaving
to
it at the
fate.
chance.
This
I'm
is
not picking this
actually,
for you.
I actually like this
Fate is
stuff.
picking
God
what
picked
you
it
said
for
you
you.
want.
That's put bring
I
God
like
into
this
it.
stuff.
And then one of the triangles is like Postmates. So that way
Aw.
it's really a surprise.
I'm
right?
not even lying.
Boom.
I'm not even lying.
There you go.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yo.
I like that idea.
Hey.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
You,
You have 8 of them.
I like that.
So you got 7 different meals and meal types she can choose from.
I like that.
Right? Boom. One of them's Postmates.
Y'all so
and one of them
extra.
is just like the kid gets to decide.
Oh.
Right?
Mm.
So now she's
Oh
included
my
in there.
God. I let the
get it.
kid decide and I ended up with
Pizza.
fried
know what's
catfish
actually
and spaghetti
crazy?
sandwiches.
You know what's crazy
But it
about
was
her
fire.
daughter?
it was
Together?
good. Yes,
This
it
is
was
the
like
crazy
stacks.
part. Hold on.
It
Her
was good.
daughter
It was so
knows
good.
exactly what she wants.
Oh yeah, kids
If I
always do.
ask her,
Yes.
but first of all, let me tell you, this little child ain't a regular kid. The
Yeah.
first time we went on a date, the child said, "I want steak and lobster." I'm talking about the actual first date,
Yeah.
and then she knew not that kid's stuff.
Right.
I want
That wasn't her first.
I
date,
want
just
to-
so you
that
know.
wasn't
her first
exactly.
date. That was your
Yours.
first date. What's her
Exactly.
first date?
Your baby girl train. Let me
Exactly.
tell you,
So
train
I
up a
said,
child.
I
Listen.
said, only thing I'm not worried about is whoever she start dating,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to come with some money.
Yeah, they gotta come with the
Period.
baby.
Because she's used to it by now. She's
Period.
used to seafood boils. She's used to all that. So now it's like whoever you talk to, nigga, come correct.
I remember we were on tour. We had
Yes.
went to Vegas. Me, Kev, he had his family with him that time, and we went to a buffet in Vegas. And I think this is before COVID. Yes, obviously before COVID, because the buffet is still open.
Yeah, they don't do that.
And his son didn't go for like the chicken and the piece of stuff. He went right over to where they cook the steaks, and he told the guy, "I want a medium well, just a little pink." Right? I think his name might have been they might have been 11 or 12 at the time. And he left there, went and got his shrimp done, grabbed the shrimp, brought it back. And he was like, I don't know if you can put this back on there. He's like, no, I can't bring it back. He was like, all right, well, just let me get some grilled onions too. Put that on top of stuff.
Yes, eat like a grown man.
12.
Eat like a grown man.
I don't
And
even-
my
nephew's
daughter's
like
like
that.
pizza.
Exactly.
I want
Yeah.
pizza.
I don't even eat like that now. Like she always tell me I got a baby's food palate.
But it matches your face.
Yeah, I got. I
Aw.
mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not
Chicken
a.
nuggets. You
I'm
like
not a
chicken
big.
nuggets?
Yeah, I do. I fucks with some chicken fingers.
Yeah. yeah.
Real heavy.
My
I
wife
fuck
used
with
to tell
some
me I have a
chicken
nigga palate.
I'm
It
saying.
sounds like you have a nigga palate.
I do.
You just got to find a restaurant that you really
Everywhere we
like.
would go, he was ordering fried chicken or chicken
Aw.
strips and
Let me tell you something.
fries.
First of all,
Let me tell you
what we're
something.
not going to do is disrespect that
Everywhere.
excellent meal right
Right.
there.
That's a good
That's
joint.
Everywhere,
You know what it
but
is?
It's
everywhere
more than
Because
like-
this is my point.
Go.
This is my point. Is I don't trust everybody's food. So rather me order something
And I like it.
that I'm not
Okay.
gonna like,
Especially when I'm hungry.
Exactly. I'd
I'd
rather
rather-
order something that I know I'm going
Old
to enjoy.
Faithful.
I
Okay?
can't lose with this.
I can't go wrong
So
with
I'm
this.
taking
and
this
I'm
right
hungry.
here.
Now, if I'm in a situation where like, I could eat, then I'll try some shit. But if we've waited too long and now it's like, I have to eat or I'm gonna kill somebody.
Exactly.
Okay.
I gotta go with Old Faithful. I
And
can't
I
be
feel
out
bad
there.
because I done spent this money on
Oh!
these those-
Oh my
I
God.
know. Now she will
I hate
explore
you
some
both.
shit. We went to a
We gotta go
restaurant.
out to eat.
Yes, because I
Friday night last
explore shit. Yes, I'll try food that I'm not sure about all the time, and that's also it helps me that I like eating a bunch of different stuff because I'll be like, oh, this is trash. Take this back. Well, I already have this sitting here.
Are
I'll
you paying
finish
for it?
this. Huh?
Are you paying for it?
You know good and goddamn.
Why is that important?
She's not
Because
paying
that's that.
Are you
paying-
choosing
Why would-
violence,
I'm
Star
just
Wars?
saying.
Why would you
See,
even ask that
Because you're not
question?
going to do that. You're not going to explore on my tab.
Yeah, she will.
I
She will.
explore.
Why not?
I explore
No.
on mine. His.
No.
If you take me out, I'm exploring on yours. Hers too. I don't care.
Door over here.
I am going to
She
get
said
what I
she-
want. If I do not like it, I'm going to be like, take this back, take it off the check, and I
Oh,
got
you one of
something
those.
else.
So
Yeah,
nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because she just
Oh
gonna.
no,
she
no.
gonna
we
let
taking
it
this
sit.
shit.
You
If I
gotta
don't
say
want it, you
something.
She
taking it
gonna
off
let
the
it
check.
sit there.
No,
Yeah.
no.
And I'm gonna be checking
You
the
say
check
something.
when it come back. Let me make sure they ain't charging you too much.
I ain't charging you too much. we went to this place. They had like a whole octopus tentacle,
Mhm.
Ugh.
like the whole
thing.
thing, like just whirled around. They had what else? They had
Remember the paella I got, the seafood paella I
see.
got it, but it had like tiny, like whole little squid in it.
Mhm.
And I was like,
You don't
I
like the
don't want to
squid.
see that. I don't want to see it. Give me my calamari and little
The
fried
rings.
rings.
Yeah.
I got you.
I don't want to
Legs
Oysters,
ain't
all
for
that shit. I don't do
everybody.
the oysters. She likes the oysters. She sat up there, ate
I
that,
love
that
oysters.
ocean boogers.
See, we got to go
shit.
out and eat
Now I
together.
don't like them raw though. I will say that.
Oh, I
I can
do
do
raw.
them
I
fried
just
or
had
charbroiled.
sushi for the first time.
I've never
Wait a
had
second.
them
Wait a
cooked.
second. Hold on.
Hold on.
This
I'ma take
nigga
you to this
said he
place.
Just had sushi for the first time.
And it wasn't even real sushi.
It was
fried
California rolls.
tempura.
It was California spring rolls. I think that's what it was.
California roll.
Let me ask. I
It
think
had
it's
avocado
California.
and
Yeah.
crab and
Yeah.
cream cheese.
There you
Okay,
go.
so the thing with that, if
Yeah.
you ever
That's
try it
it.
again, is make sure you get real crab meat. They have to specify crab meat
Or
Uh-huh.
imitation crab.
or imitation crab, because imitation crab ain't real crab meat. That's not.
Okay.
It's actually probably no crab
Hence
in it.
the
It's actually
word
Yeah.
imitation.
it's fish pieces that were left over. They press it together and they put food coloring in it to give it that orange and flaky look.
Oh.
But it's
It's
no
like a
actual crab
nugget,
in
a
there.
chicken nugget.
So yeah. So
you
make
might
sure
like
you.
it though. If
Based
you
on
like
other
the,
things,
yeah, you might.
make sure it says crab meat. Anytime I go to a place, I always ask, do you have actual crab? And if they say no, then whatever you're getting, replace the crab with salmon.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Because that way you make
So
sure you're
y'all,
getting the actual
y'all
meat.
niggas like expert eaters.
Oh, we
Yes.
eat now.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got him to loosen up a lot. So,
yeah.
but me, I'm always
still
down.
gonna
I'm a legit
I'm pretty simple. I'm a creature
Not
happy when
me.
it comes to that. Like I like a good steakhouse. Like
Mhm.
when we go to our steakhouse, that's when we celebrate. Because I know I'm finna spend $700 to $1,500 every time.
And a steakhouse?
Yes, because we get the tomahawk. The tomahawk we get. First of all, let me tell you about this shit. This motherfucker's so
Oh.
good.
Y'all got him all
They-
worked up. Remember, he was so tired, he had no energy earlier.
It's
But we
the-
talking
I
about
see the food.
talking about
is caffeine
Can I
for
finish?
him.
Can I finish? Let me finish. Can I
Go
finish?
ahead. I mean, please.
They give each cut of meat a butter bath before
Butter
a
bath.
butter bath.
What that mean?
That means that they sit the meat in a pan of butter so it gets moist, it gets tender, right? Even before they cook
Why
it.
his
right?
voice got
then
deep?
they,
Like it.
they
Y'all
actually
heard?
cook it, right?
He moist right
Listen,
now.
oh, I'm
Yes,
see
he
this
is.
dripping.
He
It's so
He's
much moisture in
creaming
this
this
thing.
seed.
Oh, yeah, I'm creaming. And I don't even know the draws on this seed is really.
Oh,
His seat is ruined, right? They bring the tomahawk after they cook. They bring the tomahawk out to you, cooked to your perfection, the degree that you want, the temperature that you want, right? And they show you before they cut it, right?
Did your voices get deeper?
It
Oh.
did.
It
He
did.
James Earl Jones
He
right now.
turned on his
Listen.
sexy because he's talking about
don't
this
even know
This
this nigga is
thing.
anymore.
motherfucking bone that they have in this tomahawk is huge. It's like
The
some
bone.
Flintstone shit, right? They go back, they cut it up, and they have toppings that they can put
Can
in
I
it.
have this voice
They
later?
get the
Ooh.
you
Okay.
got that right, you got.
All right, shit. Okay, what was we about to say?
Don't,
Shit.
you
Okay,
better stop
listen.
that, 'cause
We
it's
here.
It's like,
You go, all right.
we
We
like people
here.
to watch.
You gonna fuck around and get fucked.
Don't tempt me with a good time. all
I
right?
mean, well, if I could
But
get a
anyway.
tomahawk, shit.
She's like, I'll watch if you're promising me a
Listen,
steak.
I love
I ain't have one of
was the
them.
thing. When we first started dating, we invited somebody out to the steakhouse, and we had a great time, but we spent a lot. And I was just like, yeah, next time we just take them for drinks.
Yeah, when he suggested it, I was like, really?
she
We
worth
want to
it?
go there?
Listen, she didn't order like it was just a lot. It's usually just her and I that go,
Yeah.
and they know us, so they show us a lot of love. But it's a very expensive steakhouse, but it's the best
It's so good.
fucking steak.
It's
so
so
fucking
good.
good.
But yes. Anyway,
We're going
before
to the
let
steakhouse.
him, we gotta go get some steaks. Bye, y'all.
So you just
It's
close
the
it out
end.
like that?
Bye,
Johnny,
y'all.
why don't you tell the people where they can find you at? We'll close out like that.
Bye, y'all. She gotta go get some steak.
Please
Oh, that's the
find
end.
me,
Y'all
y'all.
ain't.
You see how
This
they
is
just...
the most weirdest fucking
What?
closing.
It was
shit.
here's the thing.
Well,
here's the
you
thing.
gotta- you gotta- that's how-
were
think about how we
supposed to start
started.
At 11. We were supposed to start at 11. We had like travel issues and people coming in, so we started a little late.
That's okay.
It's a little unorthodox,
No,
but
no,
listen, we had a good time.
We did. I mean, it's cool to
I-
end it, but
This-
it was
I
like,
love
I
food.
thought she was joking. Like
Yeah.
she was saying, she was
Not
like,
I
"Dawg, nigga,
will
y'all
not
got to go."
apologize
She's
for
ready.
anything.
You right?
No
how we
regrets.
started is how we're gonna end.
What
Let's go.
Aggressive.
There you go. There you
Let's
go.
go.
Okay,
That's up. So how
Yes.
you finish?
Mhm.
that part.
Right.
So please, y'all, please find me on Cash App at $ Payjonae. That's PAYJONNAE. That's really it.
That is
Payjonae.
the best thing I may have ever heard in my life. Find me on Cash App.
Find me
and
there
That is amazing.
Gotcha.
and Instagram.
Lawrence Killebrew, what you got for the people?
Hey man, you can
Dot, dot,
find
dot.
me on
And
Instagram at Lawrence C3H. Also, man, you can hit me up on Killebrew Kicks. That's my website for my nonprofit. I actually just released a coloring book for my nonprofit, and which we're using to help raise money to buy more sneakers. I've been supporting my nonprofit out of my pocket for the past 5 years, and I got sick of it this year. I said,
Okay.
Enough
I
is
said,
enough
I
is
said, I'm
enough.
tired of these kids. All right, I'm gonna need some help. So please, Lawrence C3H. That's Lawrence with a W and not a U. And my nonprofit is Killer Brew Kicks. That's the website. That's also the website on Instagram. Well, the Instagram page is Killer Brew Kicks. So, hey man, I had one
Dope.
time found
This is
out a
fun.
lot of information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very
I
short
didn't
time.
know. I didn't know it was like a lot of shit just
And
came.
you know
at
how
my
to handle
face.
this whole food
Yeah,
thing when you get home.
Exactly. I'll be expecting. I'm gonna definitely incorporate the wheel.
Yeah.
and do that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
gonna be a
brilliant.
thing. I'm gonna try
I made it help.
some other different foods, but the more show is something that people need to support. I didn't know this was gonna happen today. This was very unorthodox, but
Yeah.
it seemed like it was organized at the same fucking time. Like it was great. But I had
Organized
a good time,
chaos,
man.
baby. That's
Yes,
how we
the
operate.
best.
That's how we live our life. Organized chaos.
operate.
Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm to hear more.
I'm Lawrence Killebrew.
It's
and
been another
I'm
great
sorry.
episode of
This
More
is
to
the
the
shit. This is the
Story.
motherfucking shit that I be
Farron
talking about.
Moore. See you next week, guys.
See y'all next week. Peace, guys. Cut it off of here.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Talk to you
Bye.
later. Cut it off,
Next
man.
week.